Hello, everyone. Can you guys hear me? All good? Awesome. Well, welcome to the first ever Technology and Innovation Chapter Fall Conference. Welcome. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Evan Griffith. I'm a assistant director with the Office of Alumni Relations at Liberty University. I've been here for about a year and a half, and it's been great to be able to work with alumni like yourself, students, soon to be alumni, and to support the university with great events like this. I'd like to open us up in prayer just to start out the conference and, give the credit where it's due to the Lord. So if you guys will join me. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for access to technology that allows us to connect from all over the country and the world, Lord. We saw Atlanta, Georgia, Charlotte, North Carolina, Massachusetts, Virginia, Lord. What a pleasure it is to come together in your name through technology and to speak about how we can impact the world for Christ, Lord, through these avenues. What a pleasure it is to be a part of Liberty University. Thank you for the vision that you gave Dr. Falwell for just how you've grown this university and impacted so many. I pray that we would be champions for Christ truly in our homes, in our workplaces, in our spheres of influence, Lord. I pray that you'd bless this time and that we would leave better off than when we started this, Lord. And in your name we pray. Amen. Awesome. So I wanted to start things off by thanking our chapter leaders. So this event was all thanks to Julie, David, and Reverend Mark Greenwald, and the time and planning that they put into this. Everything you'll see today, the schedule, the speakers that they put together, even how this meeting is run, and the nice music that was played beforehand was all put on by the three of them. So these are volunteer positions, so they are truly sacrificing their time, probably taking a day off of work today to even do this. So we want to thank them, and it wouldn't be possible without them. Before I get into my presentation, I wanted to give a little bit of some, Liberty news that's going on, just to update you all if you're not aware, and kind of some proud moments that have happened just recently. So one of them being the Liberty football team is 8-0, one of 9 teams in the country to be 8-0. So what a great accomplishment that is. They are already going to the Conference USA Championship and are bowl eligible. So if you're a sports fan, huge for Liberty football, new coach and everything. And then last night, we actually had the inauguration ceremony of our new president, Dr. Costin, and he was sworn into office here at Liberty to serve as the next president of Liberty University. And what a leader he is, with, I think, 6 degrees, 2 of them coming from Liberty, 2 PhDs, served in the military as the director of chaplaincy. And it's a privilege to have him here at Liberty and to be able to serve under him, and great things ahead for Liberty. Another one was last week, October 19th, was Giving Day for Liberty. We raised $4.5 million for the university in all different areas of impact here at Liberty, whether it's athletics or different schools, scholarships. Liberty alumni, Liberty students, donors showed up big and supported the university financially that day, and we are blessed for that. And then lastly, I wanted to mention that next week is homecoming. So next weekend, November 3rd and 4th, is homecoming for Liberty. If you guys are able to make it, able to travel the distance to be here, we have a record number of people coming to campus for homecoming, and it should be real exciting. If Liberty, the football team, wins on Saturday, I believe they are guaranteed the #1 spot in the Conference USA, and will be playing the championship at home. And there's a ton of fun events for the whole family planned that weekend. If you're not signed up, you can if you just go to www.liberty/homecoming. I'll put the link in the chat afterwards. And then today, I just wanted to kind of tell you about how we run our alumni chapters. Like I said earlier, this event is a chapter event. It is the LU Tech and Innovation chapter. It is alumni-led. It is volunteers who are looking to train champions for Christ, even after they've left Liberty or while they're at Liberty, to connect one another under similar interests and stuff like that. So I wanted to try to show you what are alumni chapters and how could you be a part of them. So the first question is, what is an alumni chapter? Our definition is a formalized group of alumni who reunite based on location, region, or other shared interests. So you notice that chapters are not limited only to, a specific city or a region of the country, but also like this chapter, the LU Tech and Innovation, it can also be formed based off of shared interests. So that's pretty neat, and we have several of those already. These chapters are financially supported by our university, and so we help to manage the finances and allot them to each chapter, and we also help to promote them by Liberty. So through marketing materials, through swag bags, through email blasts, whatever it is, to help promote these chapters so we can help foster relationships among alumni and students and parents and those involved in their areas or in their specific areas of interest. So to form a chapter, we look for 25 active members. We gauge this usually by our chapter interest form, which can be found on our alumni website. It is liberty.edu/alumni/chapters. And we have an interest form for people to fill out to indicate which chapters they're interested in joining or starting. And once we have 25 for a specific area or for a specific topic, then we look for 3 leaders, a president, a vice president, a secretary, who share kind of responsibilities of planning events, of putting on things like this, managing some of the finances, marketing, that kind of thing. But overall, as you know, a part of Liberty, the main purpose of these chapters is to further the mission of training champions for Christ. And I think that's the most exciting, the most unique thing about Liberty University Alumni Chapters is there's a shared commonality that goes far deeper than where you live or what you're interested or where you work. It's that you live for Christ. And it's been really special forming these chapters and being a part of them to see professionals in all different areas that love Jesus and want to make a difference where they're at. So here are our current alumni chapters. If you're interested in being involved in any of these, I'd recommend you go to that link down below and fill out the chapter interest form. But as you can see that we have regional, and the funny thing is I was looking at the chat beforehand where people were calling in from. I saw Atlanta, Georgia. I saw Charlotte, North Carolina, Dallas, Texas. I saw Raleigh, North Carolina, and we have chapters in those areas. So what a great opportunity to be able to connect in person with alumni and students in your area as well. We're actually going to Raleigh in the week after homecoming for an event there, kind of a kickoff event. And so I don't remember who said they were from Raleigh, but I would encourage you to look into that. Charlotte, we're hosting a Liberty basketball is actually playing in a Hall of Fame event there. They're playing the University of Charlotte, and so we have an event in November for Charlotte as well. And there's many other planned for the others there. And then you'll see also the affinity-based or interest-based. We have our Black Alumni Association, the LU Tech and Innovation, men's lacrosse, D1 hockey, women's D2 hockey, and these are continuing to grow and grow. So we're excited for those more opportunities for alumni to connect. And then how to join these chapters, I mentioned this a little bit, but all of our alumni chapters are housed within our alumni community platform. You'll see that on the right here. That's kind of the main feed of the alumni community platform. It's free to sign up. You can make an account with your Liberty account. You can merge your LinkedIn account or just email and password. It's kind of just a Liberty specific platform for alumni and students to begin networking with each other, to post jobs, to offer mentorship, and to see what events are coming up, promote their businesses, you name it. And also our chapter pages are housed in here. So you'll find a LU Tech and Innovation chapter page in the groups section of the alumni community platform. And you can join, you can, hear of events like this that they're putting on. You can start to network with people in the directory there. It's a really cool opportunity. And also it gives you access to other benefits. I'll get to those later, but if you aren't on there already, we encourage you to join. You can scan that QR code and it'll take you to the landing page and you can press get started. So here's ways that, okay, yeah, I would love to join a chapter. How can I get involved? What does that look like? So through the alumni community, what I mentioned, when you create an account, one of the things it's going to ask you is, are you willing to offer help? Are you willing to be a mentor, answer industry-specific questions, open doors to career opportunities, hire students, whatever it may be? And one of those things is mentorship. So a great thing about alumni chapters is you have been where prospective students are about to go, and you can share your experience, tips and tricks, and also where you've gone and how God has moved and directed your life to be in the position you are now. And so you can be a mentor and actually offer, that kind of help to students and young alumni to grow their professional and personal lives through the alumni community. And then also participate in chapter events. So something like this, there's an events tab on the alumni community that you can stay up to date about what's going on and how you can get involved in those. Even, for events like homecoming, we have several of our chapters traveling and hosting tailgates and stuff like that. And where the LU Tech and Innovation is holding some virtual events right now, I'm sure there's in the future room for a in-person gathering or something like that around an event such as homecoming to be able to meet with one another in person. As I mentioned before, you could post jobs on there. I'm sure Liberty alumni, Liberty grads want to hire Liberty students. You know their morals, you know their work ethic, you know where their allegiance is to, and you can trust that, and you can recruit students and post jobs all in the alumni community and amongst your chapters. Volunteer as an ambassador. This is a new role we're helping develop to help chapters kind of grow and continue to function well, where you can volunteer your time just to, welcome new users or new members to the chapter, or post regularly about things going on in the chapter, or maybe an article you recently saw in the area of technology and innovation, and just interacting with people in the chapter on a regular basis. Lastly, expand your network. I see several of you dropping your LinkedIn into the chat. What a great way to connect with Liberty affiliates and, again, be champions to Christ together, sharing information, experience, whatever it may be, to help one another out and make an impact for Christ. So like I said, you can learn more about our chapters at this link here. I'll put it in the chat as well. That will have our interest form, that will have our leadership application. So if you really want to get involved, if you want to do something like David and Julie and Reverend Mark, you can fill out that application. It has a few extra more questions that we use to kind of vet leaders and get you a good idea of how you'd be volunteering. We also, if you'd like to learn a lot more and kind of get a full glimpse of, how do chapters run? Like, what would that look like if I live in Massachusetts and I want to start a Massachusetts chapter? We have our alumni handbook on that link, and you can look to how to start a chapter or help to, run a chapter. And like I said, also make sure you're on the alumni community. That's our main avenue for updates from our alumni association, things that are coming to you, and to get involved with chapters. Lastly, I wanted to highlight a couple new alumni benefits that have just come out in the past few months. One of them is our digital alumni ID card. Some of you may have the plastic card that has been issued for several years, and it's great. It has your name, your LUID number. It has a QR code on it. It shows, I'm an alum. I'm a part of Liberty, and I've graduated. We've moved to a digital format that reduces some of that clutter. It's a little bit easier to go back and reference it. It has links on the back that will take you directly where you need to go, and you'll receive updates and things going on that are pertinent to you. And you can add that in your Apple and Google Wallet. Again, that's on our website, liberty.edu/alumni, and you can request a card. If you don't know your Liberty login or anything like that, you can hit skip login, just manually enter your information, and we'll look over it. Another thing, very exciting, never been done before. If you've ever looked at, when I graduate or now that I'm an alum, is there any benefits for me? Is there any, I've earned this degree, I've been through it. Is there anything available to me now as an alum of Liberty University? Before, there was a handful of a few benefits here or there, but now we have a discount platform of over 10,000 discounts, perks, benefits, all for our alumni for free, from brands that that you buy from frequently. There's a couple listed there. And for me, like me and my wife, we went to the movies like the other night and went on PerkSpot and got our tickets for 30% off, which you guys know how much movie tickets cost. So that was a great savings benefit. And then there's things, of all categories, like going to buy a home and getting a percent off towards your closing costs, or insurance, or buying a car, or traveling, or going to a concert, tickets, that kind of thing. And then brands that you probably are shopping from anyways to buy gifts for your family. So completely free to you guys. And how you get access to it is you join the alumni community, which I mentioned before, and in an email or on the main feed, you'll see PerkSpot. And you register there, and then you have access to all those discounts. So we hope you guys can take advantage of that, save some money. You've earned it, so we're glad to provide it. And then the last thing is our alumni store. We've just revamped it and added a lot more items and restocked some of the items that have sold out. If you are, expecting to graduate soon, or you're an alumni, or you have family members who are alumni, I encourage you to check that out. If you've ever been to campus and you've been to the bookstore, you may have said, wow, that's a really nice Liberty item, check the price tag, and then said, maybe not for that much. So this is an online store, much more reasonable, and it's all alumni merchandise. We hope that can show your Liberty pride and buy some of the merchandise there. So those are a couple of new alumni benefits coming. That's all I have on alumni chapters and things of that nature. If you ever need to contact us, our website, I put it at the top right corner, and then our email, our phone number, and our hours that we're open. We're always happy to help answer questions, connect you with certain areas of Liberty that you need, and also just to meet you and connect with you. It's been a real pleasure to see people from all different backgrounds who love Jesus and love Liberty. So yeah, that's what I wanted to kick off the event with, and thank the leaders here for putting together such a great chapter event. We're excited for all the alumni and current students who get to share their experience with the alumni community, and and tell how their faith intertwines with that. So yeah, any questions for me at this time? We'll open it up. You can unmute and ask if you have any questions regarding alumni relations, chapters, or anything of that sort.
I'll start it off. I just want to thank you for all your support. I mean, even in the last week, guys, all the email issues, and we had Evan's patience with us, so thank you. And if anybody wants to join us and help us with future events, please do reach out as well if you want to get a little bit more involved, or even just like 15 minutes checking in on the page and interacting with people is great. But yeah, anybody else have any questions? Or
Julie, would you mind sharing a little tidbit of your experience as a alumni chapter leader, of how much of a time commitment that looks like, what that's entailed?
as a leader?
Yeah.
I probably check in a little bit each week. It depends on how much you want to, organize and engage. But I schedule about an hour a week to make sure that I'm, checking in with people. And David, you and I and Mark, we probably connect, well, for the conference, probably all the different times, maybe 30 minutes a week. Yeah, it just varies. Depends on the event, depends on, what's going on. But even like 15 minutes a week, 15 minutes every 2 weeks, you could make a difference as part of the team. So yeah, anything you feel that you could bring to the group, I think would be a blessing. David, did you or Mark have anything?
I think it's also a source of encouragement to be able to connect with those that not only have the common interest, like in this particular area, but also the common commitment to Jesus Christ. So, I found it to be very rewarding so far, and I try to make this an important part of what I do during the week.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think that there have been times, like obviously when we're gearing up for this conference, we were talking and meeting and discussing things a lot more, which is natural. But other times over the summer, we probably gave ourselves more of a break too, and just tried to keep posts and stuff out there, something fresh, but certainly less of a time commitment. So I think, like most things, this will have its ups and downs and seasons of when there's more demand or less demand. And no, I agree that it has been it's been rewarding to work with you guys, to get to know these other presenters and stuff in here. And part of the reason that I am at Liberty is because the community is so important to me. And not just that it exists, but that I'm part of it and that I'm involved in it. And so, yeah, it's been a great way to get me even more into the community outside. I'm still in the classroom, but this gets me even more involved outside of the classroom too, which has been great.
For me, it's kind of a reverse blessing. I worked at Penn State for 15 years. I worked for the DoD. You don't always work with people that think like you, right? David and Mark alone have been really great friends as far as praying for each other, anything that comes up, and kind of pinging situations off of each other. So kind of a reverse, something that I really appreciated.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing. I think that provides some context behind, what goes into events like this, and what does it mean to be a part of an alumni chapter. You might notice that for like David, he's a current student pursuing his degree, and he's still involved in these alumni chapters. We would encourage you, even if you are, an online student, or, someone looking for, connection with the Liberty community, you can be a part of these chapters. It's the purpose of them is to bring a slice of Liberty, of the campus and what you may feel when you visit here, to wherever you are or wherever field you're in, and to further the mission of training champions for Christ. So thank you for having me. It was fun to kick off the event, and I think I'll give a little bit time back, 5 minutes back than what was expected. So